Hi everybody and welcome to the November Q&A video. I do apologize for the massive echo. I have to film in a different room this time. It is freezing cold. The room that I usually record the Q&A in, right now the temporary room, is freezing cold in there. And it's too cold. So if you hear, we have the echo, unfortunately, and there's a little space heater over here that is warming the place up. It's not that small of a room, so it's not gonna take that long to warm it up. So it's runs. But I have the questions here, all 8 of them. I printed them out since I have to record this a little differently this time, but I have all, because my laptop's a little preoccupied. I have all 8 questions that were asked for this month's Q&A, and yes, I did double and triple check this prior to doing this video, so we're good. There was only 8 questions. If I missed any, hold them until the January one, because I'm not going to be doing one for December unless something happens, but my work schedule has been royally screwed me over lately. Massively. Anyway, I want to show everybody this stuff. This is one of my favorite shirts. My mom actually got me this shirt. It's a Minion shirt. I love little Minion guys. Every great idea I have gets me into trouble. And it's freaking true. Every idea. I love this shirt. I've had it for so long because you can tell it's like wearing out and everything. I've had this thing for years. I love this shirt. It's the first time I've ever gotten to wear this for a video. I was joking. Anyway, let's get into the Q&A. I got all 8 questions right here. So let's get started. This first question: favorite characters from The Devil is a Part-Timer anime series? That's actually a good question because I do like that series. So I am a huge fan of Sadao Mao. I think he's pretty cool in that. And then you have Chio, the one that's kind of like the comic relief, the comic foil to him. Am I a fan of Asiel? No. I kind of think he's too stuck up. Am I a fan of the hero Amelia? No. I think she's too annoying. Honestly, I think she is. I think she's too fucking annoying for her own goddamn good. Otherwise, yeah, basically Sadao and Chio are my 2 favorite characters. So, next question. It's gonna be a short video, guys. I only have like 8 questions, so it's gonna be short. If you had a portal that could transport you to any to an alternate universe, what would your alternate universe self be like? Well, all right, that's actually a pretty cool question. So, there actually is a theory out there called divergent realities theory. So basically, let's say that I have a coin here in my hand. Imaginary right now, because I don't actually have one on me. Let's say I have a coin, and I flip that coin, and it lands heads. There's a universe somewhere that was created where that landed tails. It is the exact polar opposite of yourself. So for how I am, which is a little I'm an introvert, I'm not, somewhat intelligent, but I'm I keep to myself. I like, keeping to myself in some ways, in some cases. The alternate version of myself might be a little dumber, but more out there, more going out there. So there's definitely changes. Probably I would say like one of the major ones, if there's going to be like a major main change, would probably be my alternate self probably wouldn't have to wear glasses, which lucky them, they can just get sunglasses off the fucking rack then. I can't, so it always pisses me off. They're probably a little more successful than I am, a little better off than I am, but there's like way too many possibilities to determine what my alternate self would be like, because it would depend on which alternate, universe I'm going to. I mean, if I'm going to an alternate universe where, well, let's say, flip a coin, heads or tails, am I, a boy or a girl? Oh, alternate universe, me will be female, for, regular me is male. There's, well, hey, did this one go to college? Did this one, just go to tech school? Well, I went to tech school. They went to college. Did this one, try to be more successful in life? Did this one not be successful in life? There's too many possibilities depending upon which alternate reality I would go to, which alternate universe, because you have far too many possibilities that stem from what it is to who it is to where it is in the same concept. So there is that whole block. But alternate self, I would assume is a little better off than I am, maybe a little weirder. I don't know. Question number 3. Did some of your opinions from the past change recently? Well, I used to think that people could be trusted, but yeah, that's changed. Um, yeah, I would say a few of my opinions from the past have changed recently. The opinion that, oh, your friends will always have your back, that kind of changed recently, I think. Um, I have the opinion that, oh, well, not everything can be totally bad. Yeah, that's changed a lot recently. Yeah, there's a lot. I lost a lot of faith in humanity a few years ago. I still don't really have much faith in humanity, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think my thought process for a lot of things has changed recently. A lot of my old opinions. As in like opinions from my videos, not really, no. I still think there's a lot of stuff. Most of my rant videos I still think sucked. I still think, the stuff that I ranted about sucked then, it still sucks now. I mean, I'm not a fan of link summoning. I'm not a fan of the way Yu-Gi-Oh's going. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the stupidity that just has been boiling up lately. So, no. In that aspect, my thought process hasn't changed. But in the non-thought process, yes, it has changed somewhat, but it's not a crap ton. So there is that. Like I said, it's not gonna be that long of a video because I only have 8 questions, and they're all right here. You can see them. I'm letting you take a screenshot here. You can stop and pause the video. Sorry if it's reversed. I don't know why every freaking camera I use reverses the goddamn picture. I have noticed that with every single one I use. I don't know why. Always reverse. I don't know why. I've never been able to figure that out. But anyway. Do you have a garage? No. Cars parked outside. Literally all year round. It gets rained on, it gets snow on it, it gets bird shit on it. I do not have a garage. If so, what does it look like? Well, I don't have one, so I can't tell you. It'd probably be a mess, to be honest with you. I mean, my room's a freaking mess. It probably would be a mess, I would assume, but I don't have a garage, no. Wish I did. I know my mom wishes we had a garage because that would save us a lot of trouble in the wintertime with cleaning the snow off the goddamn car. But no, we do not have a garage. Sorry. What thing scared you the most, both as a kid and as a teenager? Oh boy. Alright, so what scared me as a kid? I'm terrified of heights. I'm still terrified of heights. I fell down a bunch of steps when I was little, and it just instilled a fear in me. It's not something that goes away. But yes, I'm terrified of heights. I was as a kid, I still am. Bugs. I know what you're thinking. You're how big, you're how tall, and you're terrified of bugs. Hold that thought. I'm not terrified of all bugs. I don't mind ladybugs. I don't mind praying mantis. I don't mind grasshoppers. I'm terrified of the bugs that buzz around my head. Flies just annoy me. But like bees, stink bugs, wasps, hornets, terrify the shit out of me. I hear them, I start tensing up. I hate those bugs with a passion. I hate those insects. Centipedes I think are creepy. Ants are just annoying. But yes, bugs. I'm 6'2", 6'3", and I'm terrified of bugs and heights, so go figure on that. There were a few other things that terrified me, but bugs and heights as a kid and as a teenager, even into now, are still things that bother the hell out of me. Heights especially, because I always have to go up the ladder at work. For the longest time, I had to go into the loft, which is like this high up spot in the back room at work, and it terrified the crap out of me because there's only one way to go down. And you have to basically straddle and swing your leg over to the ladder, and it scares the shit out of me because I am terrified of heights. And I'm terrified that I'm gonna like fall off of it. I'm gonna get hurt, and it scares the crap out of me. I hate heights with a passion. I really do. I always have, and I always will. I hate heights. And it could be like we have this little wall outside of our house, and I think it was supposed to be like a patio or something that my grandfather was trying to build years ago, and then just gave the fuck up on it. Like long before I was born, and just gave up on it and just started going to pot, which did fine, screw it, I don't care. But so I can stand on the edge of that, and the edge it's like closer to the grass, like closer to the hill, the incline that it's behind. That's not a problem. I can jump off that now, no problem. I can climb off that, no problem. The other end, that's kind of where the bottom of the driveway is. It's about as tall as me, or goes up to about my neck, or like my shoulders to my neck. I'm terrified to shit up standing at that point. Like I'm going to fall off. My mom, my one uncle, and I went up to New York City many, many years ago. I was still in high school yet. And we went up to the top of the Empire State Building. I was terrified of getting near that edge. Mostly for the fact that somebody was going to bump me and my camera's going to go flying and land on the 51st floor, or worse, onto the fucking street. But mostly for the fact that I don't like being up that high. It terrifies the crap out of me being up really high. So yes, heights terrify the shit out of me. Flying insects terrify the living shit out of me. Crawling insects, spiders, big spiders bother me. They trigger a little bit of a tremor in me. Small ones, not so much. I flick them off. I back off a little bit. And I flick them off. Big spiders terrify me. Wasps, hornets, yellow jackets, bees, stink bugs. They terrify me because it's the buzzing. It's the buzzing that they make, and it's like it just triggers something in me. I'm like, oh no, I hear the buzzing again. Yeah, it's PTSD and it bothers me. So those definitely. So insects and heights. Do you collect stuff like everyone else does? Collect what? I collected Yu-Gi-Oh cards for the longest time. I do have a little bit of a collection yet of those, though I'm trying to get rid of it slowly and keep the ones that I want to keep, and then get rid of like I got like 50 of this one, I got like 80 of this one. Oh, I don't really like this card, I'll get rid of these. And I'm trying to keep like the ones that I like. So that's a collection of sorts. I do have some anime collectibles. I got that 3D printed Millennium Puzzle that I got on eBay. It's really cool. I got the talismans from Jackie Chan from the same seller on eBay, 3D printed. Those things are really cool. I did the review on those. I got the Hunter x Hunter licenses that I got on eBay. I got Pokemon badges that I got on eBay. So there's some weird stuff that I collect. I got some keychains. I have a Mario one that I got from GameStop. Like I didn't go to GameStop and purchased it. This is back when they had their stupid power-up rewards perks. And it's like you spend X amount of money, you get points. And you accumulate those points, you can trade them in for something cool. And the very first thing I wanted, when I saw it, the Mario keychain. I still have it. It's in one of my boxes at home. It's in one of my boxes in my room at home, and I have it. I also have a Pikachu keychain that I bought at Walmart, but I do have a Mario keychain. Because I remember, because it came on my birthday, because I redeemed my points, and I went down, hung out with my friend at his parents' place for, I think, the day before my birthday. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh wow, it's going to be here on my birthday. Hey, that's cool. And I've had it ever since. So I love that keychain. It's really cool. I used to collect postcards, but I stopped doing that a long time ago. Mostly because everybody and their grandma can make a postcard, and they take up a shit ton of space. Whereas like little trinkets, like, oh, here's like a little, Hunter x Hunter license. Here's some Pokemon badges. Here's a Mario, they don't take up that much space, so that's pretty cool. Otherwise, I do have some collectible stuff. I do collect some things now from time to time, so yeah. I do I do collect stuff like other people do. I'm not a total weirdo. I do collect other stuff. So. What are some of your favorite and least favorite videos, as in rants, discussions, and reviews you ever made on your channel? Ooh, that's a good one. Favorite rant has to be, beyond a doubt, when I ripped that Craposaurus Rex, that third-party Transmetal Megatron to pieces. That's one of my favorite rant videos I've ever done. My Venture Brothers one was pretty good. God, there was one that I did. My Rise of the TMNT. Those are some of my favorites. Some of my least favorite ones that I did, I will admit there was a couple of them. One that I got suckered into doing and I didn't realize it at the time. Where I ranted about the one YouTuber that was giving another YouTuber a hard time. I kind of, bit my hand on that one a little bit, but we're cool. We talked about it afterwards. We're cool. So they held no ill will towards me. It's like, oh, okay, well that's fine. I was just like, yeah, no, not a problem. I'm like, okay, that's good. As far as other like least favorite rants that I've done, God, I've done so many of those. There's so many of them. I want to say another one of my least favorite rants has to be. God, which one was it? It's the one that I ranted about. No, not that one. It was one that I did like a massive batch of rants, and I'm trying to remember which one it was. I can't think of it. But I put it up like maybe 2 years ago, and it's not one of my favorites that I did, but I did it anyway. I can't think of it though. I really can't think of it. I honestly can't think of it right now. I really can't, because I think that's where I started realizing, okay, my rants are starting to degrade a little bit. I should pick them up, and then I did better. As far as discussion videos, my Metabots one I like, my things that Hunter x Hunter has we should have I like, my Knight Rider versus Street Hawk. Let's just have a motorcycle that goes 300 miles an hour and stops on a fucking dime. Never would that happen in real life, by the way. Never would that fucking happen. It's gonna go 300 miles an hour. The bike will stop on the dime. You, however, will keep going past the dime, and you will crash into what I can only assume would be your certain death. As far as reviews, let me do least favorite discussion videos. So, there was a lot of those that I kind of feel like I half-assed and I went through. My whole, I think it was like 4-part thing when I discussed like how stuff, when I was discussing like openings and stuff like that. That's one that I'm not too proud of. It's one of my least favorites that I did. And it was one of my earlier ones too, so yeah, there was that. I did have another one, but I can't. It's one of those, I can't think of it, because I kind of do a lot of these off the cuff. Like, I literally just like, I usually have like my laptop, and I'm like, okay, here's my questions. I only check these to make sure it's like, I'm not getting asked the same question 3 or 4 times. So most stuff I don't have an answer for, and I usually can Google it. But in this case, I can't Google it. So I really don't, I'd honestly have to think about it. But yeah, as far as like least favorite discussions, I apologize, my hair is a freaking mess today. As far as least favorite discussions go, I would go with I think it was like a 4-part thing I did, discussing like TV shows and when you make something. I wasn't too fond of that. I think I kind of half-assed that, and I whipped through that. So that's one I'm not too proud. That's one I'm actually not too proud of, to say the least. But yeah, as far as reviews though, I did have a couple of reviews I had to yank off because of the whole COPA thing. I didn't want my channel to get marked for kids. I did a review of Tank War, which I thought was pretty good. but unfortunately it didn't. Yeah, let's just say what it was. It was bad. And there's also I did a review of Brush Guard from Transformers Cybertron, which again wasn't that good. One of my favorites though is still one that gets a ton of views. It is my Hunter x Hunter license review. I'd love to do that one. It pissed me off. This is the thing. I recorded that 3 times. 3 times I recorded that. 3. And what bothers me about it is that I recorded it 3 times, and out of those 3 times I recorded it, the one that was up was the best out of the 3. The first one, the audio was all over the place because I was using this little Samsung camera to record it. This is before I realized, I can use my tablet to record and then just pull the video file off and then just fix it up and do all that other fun jazz. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I could do that. It just blocked my memory. I'm like, shit, I can do that. But to be fair, when I recorded that, I didn't have the world's best tablet. I think I was still using the would have been the Insignia Flex Elite at the time, and I still have. I bought another one after my first one died, and then I got the Insignia Flex to replace it, and then that really wasn't the world's greatest, so I traded that in for. Well, I didn't trade it. I still have that one, and I bought a rec pad, which lasted me till last year. Would have been 2020. I ordered a Samsung Galaxy Tab A, 128 gigabytes. I'm like, you know what? What the hell? I use this thing every day. I use my tablet every day. In fact, I still have that tablet, my Samsung Galaxy. I use that every day. I still do. And I'm like, well, if it ever gets to the point where the battery starts to be like really crappy and everything, I'll look and get another one, and I'll put a thing on the back of this one. I'll go use for camera because it works really good as a camera. I can't even begin to tell you how good those things are for cameras. It's just they're fucking beautiful for cameras. They really are. But so there's like that. I did have that review. There was like 3 times it took me to record that fucker. 3. And I finally, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. 3rd time, you're done. I'm done recording this. You're it. You're winning. Like, I'm done. I'm done trying to record this thing. I wanted to record it. It was pissing me off. There's still a review yet that I fixed the intro for. And I didn't get to actually record the review. Right? I still have yet to record the review. So I gotta dig the item out now. And I have yet to record the review for it. Believe it or not, I have yet to record the review. I have literally had this opening sitting on my flash drive. It's an audio-only opening for the longest time, and I have yet to work on it. I have yet to screw with it. So, I gotta work on that one. I'll probably have to redo the opening. I'll probably do something different, but yeah. But no, as far as one of my favorite reviews, though, definitely my Hunter x Hunter license review is one of my favorites. Close second would be my Yu-Gi-Oh! 3D printed puzzle and the Talismans. But then again, those could also be one of my worst ones because that was a quickie, half-assed, let me get this stuff together, quick piss whip this through so I can get this done. As I wanted to show off how cool these were, I wanted to show off how great of a job the seller did with these. I still don't even think to this day they know that I did a review on them. I honestly don't think they know to this day that I did a review on them. It's like, I bought these off of them, I'm like, hey, it's fine. They're like, hey, it's going to take a little longer. And I'm like, it's fine, because it says handmade 3D printed. I know it's going to take time. There's going to be issues, there's going to be delays, and I had no problem waiting. This wasn't something that I'm going to be like, I want it now, give it now. No, I knew it was going to take time, and I worked on it, I got the video out. I do like the video, I do like what I did in the video. It's just annoying that it took so goddamn long. I can't believe how long it took to get those up, to get it recorded and everything. It's just a pain in the ass. But yeah, so that was definitely that one. That's one of my favorites. I didn't really do a lot of reviews. I really should get back into those. Well, I'd like to anyway, but yeah, as far as like other reviews that I've done, other videos, yeah, I have my favorites and least favorites. Podcast wise, there's a couple of them that I kind of feel like I just went through, and a couple of them that I really wish I could go back and do more because I was having a blast with those. But yeah, so. Last question, and I ended up making it about 30 minutes, courtesy of the previous question, brought me up to just about almost 30 minutes. Hopefully it goes from here. So, if you had a castle, what would it be like and how in terms of fiction ideas here? Okay, so in terms of fiction ideas, so we're talking fiction, fake as shit. Like this is the back of my mind imagination here. Okay, so. Lion head for the doorway. I mean, we're talking the drawbridge comes down, it's the bottom of the lion's jaw, in a way. Or it's just like, the lion's jaw opens up and out pops the bridge. Like, we're talking big ass lion mane here. We're talking like the paws. I think like the Thundercats lair from the 1980s Thundercats series. Think that, sort of thing. Or if you've ever played Lords Mobile, there's a skin you can get for like $30. I'm not buying it because I put no fucking money into mobile games. I refuse to give them a dime. They have a free model. I will play the free model, and I will show you all, as spend your money on the credit cards, how the free model can eventually get you a better turnaround. Because guess what? You're not buying this stuff right off the bat. You're earning it. Damn straight. But there's a skin in that. It's like a castle skin. Think something like that. But at the same time, it's just like the lion's head is the main gateway. So you have like, the bridge that goes out is the tongue. The jaw like kind of like drops down and out pops the tongue. That's the bridge to come in. The second like little layer, because you have like the first, like the outer layers, like the lion in a way. So you have like the paws are here, holding holding one side here and here, and then you have like the two back ones. The inner layer, after you have like the courtyard and that, then the next building inside, is sort of like a futuristic kind of feel to it. I mean, we're talking, massively cool. Definitely, like you look at this and you're thinking, okay, I'm in the year 5000 or something. This shit's like really up there. Then you go like the next layer up, and it goes from like futuristic to like really sort of like old school combination. It's sort of like sort of like steampunk in a way. It's like a steampunk sort of deal. Then it goes up and up till you get to the top, where it kind of has this like rotating, I want to say radar, but not a radar. It's like a rotating, orb, a couple orbs that just rotate around, and those will be used to like detect anybody coming in. It's like it emits a field that would detect anybody coming in. Like we're talking, okay, there's somebody coming in from the north, and it detects it. But it doesn't look like a radar. It's just like three orbs that just spin around on top of this pole, and you have no idea why they're there. Yeah, something like that. As far as like we're talking here, so the castle would need to be guarded with pulse cannons that are centered on the outside above the outer portion. The inner portion, just in case, like long distance pulse rifles, like right up at the top. That let's say something is coming and they're coming to attack. They're coming to attack. The long range pulse rifles are higher up, so they can get some good pot shots off right off the bat. Start picking them off at a distance. And then by the time they get up to the main force, they're like, oh, we picked the wrong, you picked the wrong castle to come up to, basically. You picked the wrong home, bro. Basically. Basically, yeah. I'm trying to think what else. I would definitely want like something like a really cool statue sort of deal that kind of resembles like a robot or something, that just in case would kind of like pop up and can like assist in a way. Just in case, like let's say that part of the wall collapsed because there was an earthquake or something. You have this like robot statue that's just kind of like okay, and it just goes over and starts doing minor repairs on the wall or something. I mean, I'm not gonna say like the whole thing is gonna be like riding on the back of something, but to be honest with you, I would like it to be riding on the back of a giant ass turtle. We were talking this mammoth turtle. That's what I wanted riding on the back of. I wanted riding on the back of a mammoth turtle. Yeah, a mammoth turtle. And then it just rides off, and you're like, yep, the king of this castle right here, baby. It's got a lion head for the gate, paws out the four corners. It's got a robot guardian inside, pulse rifles around the outer gate, long-range pulse rifles up top, 3 orbs that spin around that are detecting any incoming danger, and oh, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. That's what I'd like to. That's what I'd want right there. That would be my capsule. But yep. That's it. These are all the questions. Again, you can pause the video to get a screenshot. Okay. And with that, though, folks, that brings us to the end of the November Q&A video, because that's all I had question-wise. Remember, there is not going to be a December one, because I know for a fact that my work schedule is going to get more fucked up than it is now. More so than I could ever fucking imagine, because they made the choice for me, either work or personal life, and personal life has to go away. And it's not even just for the holidays. And I'm getting burned out doing this shit. I really am. I'm getting burned out with my job. I've been there for 5 years, and it's not seasonal burnout. I'm literally just. It has been the same thing for 5 years. It's same song and dance. Not even the same. Not even a different tune. Not even like an upbeat reggae version. It's the same song and dance ad infinitum, and it's just bugging the hell out of me. But what you gonna do? Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in for this month's Q&A video. Looking forward to next time we meet. Until then, I'm Andrew. You're you. I'll catch you later. Bye everybody, and have a good one.